Hey, will you hand me that Vaseline? Thanks. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is June. Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my go-to summer makeup routine, which also just happens to be a no foundation makeup routine. So this is just a easy, glowy, kind of natural vibe of makeup, pretty minimalistic. Okay, so to begin with, I'm going to take these little hair clips that I actually got from a Shein haul, so if you guys haven't seen that, you can go click up in the cards up there. But I'm going to take these and I'm going to pin my hair back so that it is not in my face when I'm trying to do my makeup, because no one likes that. Okay, so my face is clean and I already have moisturizer on. I use the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion, and to begin the makeup, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, just so that if we have any pores, they are filled in, because we're not using foundation, so there's going to be not that much going on the face. We want to have a nice base. Alright, so the primer is on. So the next step that we're going to do is we're going to go and conceal any little blemishes. I don't know if you can see this, but right here I had a little zit and there's a little redness that is left behind. I'm going to take a concealer that is almost the same color as my skin, and this is a Maybelline New York Fit Me concealer. As you can see, it is very loved because it is pretty much empty, but we're going to see if we can get a little bit more out of it. And this is in the shade 10 Light. So I'm going to go on my face and anywhere where I get some discoloration, right here on my nose and on here around my lips, and then anywhere where I have some depigmentation and maybe some scarring, I'm gonna go in with this concealer and just slap it on there. Now that we got that concealer on our face, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. small stipple brush. This is what the head of the brush looks like, just a stipple brush. And I'm gonna go through and pat and buff this concealer in. I used to only use a beauty blender. Well, this is a Real Techniques sponge, but I used to only use a sponge to do things like this, or my fingers. But lately, actually, I've been liking using a stipple brush like this. I feel like it kind of makes the process go a little bit faster and it melts it into your skin a little bit more. Also, using a brush with liquid products or even cream products, you get less waste, because using a sponge, the product gets soaked up into it, and using a brush, it actually doesn't. So now that we used a concealer that was the same color as my skin to cover up any blemishes, now we're going to cover up these bags under my eyes, and I'm using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Peach. This stuff is very strong, so I'm going to try and go light-handed on it. I just want to brighten up the under eye just a little bit. So I'm going to go in pretty light-handed, and we can always build it up. I'm going to go in with a little bit under the eyes first, because this concealer has a tendency to dry really quickly. So then I'm going to blend it out pretty fast to make sure that I don't get any dry spots that dried before they were blended out. This light has been in here the whole time. That's just, that's not good. It's fine. So now after that first layer was blended, I'm going to go in with a little more up here. This is where my darkest area tends to be. I'm also trying to be really careful not to bring the concealer up into these little creases that are right under my eye. That is where you get a tendency for it to start creasing. So just try your best to keep it out of the first couple layers of wrinkles that are under your eye. Okay, so under eye concealer is done, so I'm gonna go in with the same light concealer and do a little bit on the nose. Maybe a little bit on the chin, a little there, and a little bit more over here just to pull everything up on the sides of the face. And then blend it out with the same Stipple Brush. Also, with the stuff that we put on the sides right here to pull our cheek up, I'm taking that, as you can see, and I dragged a little bit of it on the top of the eyelids because I have really veiny and dark eyelids. I guess the skin right there is just really thin, so you can see everything through it. Okay, so now that we have covered up the majority of discoloration on our face and the dark circles, we're gonna go in and add some color back with a dark foundation shade. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and this is in the shade, what shade is this? 410 Almond. So actually with this, I am going to be using a beauty blender because I don't want it to be too dark. So we're going to put some of it right here on the cheeks and blend that out first. Something you want to be careful with when you are blending out cream contour is that you're not dragging the concealer or whatever you're using, contour, down. You want to lift it up and make sure that you don't bring it down in this section right here. You want to keep it up. Also, you want to make sure that you blend it all the way into your hairline so that you don't have a line right here of dark and light. Okay, next with this concealer, I'm going to be putting a little bit on the forehead. Since this is a summer routine and it is summer right now, we really want to look sun-kissed. And blend that out. I'm also going to do a little bit under the chin. Like so, and blend that out also. Okay, and then next I'm going to take a little bit of this concealer and put it on a little brush that is kind of thin on the thinner side, but it's still fluffy enough to be able to blend it out. So on the little side of the concealer, I just go like this and get a little bit, brush it off on the little back of my hand to make sure there's not too much, and then I go in and I'm going to contour my nose. I'll probably actually zoom you guys in for that if you want to see. I like going in with a fluffier brush for nose contour instead of drawing lines of dark on my face and then trying to blend it out. I feel like it's easier to start out blending than it is to create a harsh line and then start trying to blend it out from there. And then I have this little dent in my nose right here, so then I use that as kind of a guide to do the little round button nose. So I just go like this and then create a little circle here at the bottom. And then I go in and try to make the bridge of my nose a little bit thinner. Okay, so now that there's a little bit of dark there, it kind of This little dark thingy I think is from when I had my glasses on, so don't mind that. But next I'm going to go in with a little bit more concealer and put it where we put it last time, just to make sure that it is still going to be bright right there. So they're at the top and then a little bit on the bridge. And then I'm going to do a little on the sides so that we can clean that up over there. Okay, then I'm gonna zoom you guys back out. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the face a little bit warmed up. Now we're gonna go and, oh no, we're not gonna go set everything, hold on. I have this Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick in the color, what color is this? In the color Babe Alert. Look how pretty this is. I'm gonna attempt to use this as a blush really quickly. I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand and use my fingers to blend it out. Got a little dent there, let's blend that out. Little sun-kissed moment there. Okay, a little bit more for this one. Look at that. A little on the nose, because why not? Cool. Now that I have this all over me, hold on. I'm back. I'm back. I washed that off of my hands, and now we're gonna set it with the Airspun Loose Face Powder in the color Naturally Neutral. I said that all very weird, but that is fine. So I'm gonna go in and dust this stuff lightly, just so that nothing is moving around. I mean, I'm going outside, so it's going to be very hot, and I don't want this stuff to crease, and I don't want it to literally sweat right off of my face. Okay, so now that it's set, it's time to move on to our powder products. And what I'm going to do first is actually add a little bit more warmth to the face, and I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the color Bronzer. They have like a darker one, and I'm pretty sure they have a lighter one. I think this is just the original. So I'm going to go in with this little Eco Tools brush that I use for bronzer. And in the same area that we did the cream bronzer, I'm gonna go, but I'm actually gonna, this is how I like keep my bronzer even on both sides. I pull in my lips, and then those two lines that it makes are where I like kind of go like this. And then some on the forehead. Okay, and then last for the bronzer, I'm gonna use this and do a little bit more work on the nose. Like so. Okay, so then I'm gonna add just a little bit more blush, even though I probably don't need it, but I want to. So this is a Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the color Feisty. I'm gonna take this on an e.l.f. What is this? This is a e.l.f. powder brush, and I'm just going to lightly dust this. We want you to look sun-kissed, and you know, sometimes when you get a little sun-kissed, you get a little sunburnt, so we can get a little redness in there, and it will be fine. So now we're gonna move on to highlight, because obviously we want to be glowing out the house. So I'm gonna be using this Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in the color, what color is this? Golden Flower Crown. So this is not Precious Petals, but I do have that one. I just decided that we want to go a little more golden today on this Ipsy B13 tapered highlighting brush. Ooh, there we go. I'm gonna take this stipple brush and go over that highlight to make sure it's really diffused. I want it to not be so strong. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that the face makeup is done now. So I'm going to go on to eyebrows. And I'm not gonna really do that much to my eyebrows. I'm gonna brush them up and I'm probably gonna fill them in a little bit with this Almay Brow Pencil Crown. And this is what it looks like. And what shade is this in? This is in the shade Brunette. So I'm just gonna go on the ends and flick a little hairs in there to fill in the ends because I feel like they're getting pretty light. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the color Chocolate. And I'm going to look how it like literally broke. You see that? It broke, but oh well. I'm gonna use this to brush them up. Alright, so the eyebrows are done, nothing too crazy. That is fine. So now we're going to move on to eyes. And I'm also going to do something pretty simple here, nothing too crazy, hopefully. Then I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I've had this thing for years and it's like my go-to palette. I mainly stay up here with the shades, but sometimes we get a little playful and go down here, but not for today. So on this little Go Tools blending brush, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. And then I'm probably gonna use these two shades and just put them in the crease and bring them out a little bit to elongate the eye a little bit more. You know that fox eye is really in right now, so, you know, hashtag trendy. And I'm going in with the one that I showed you underneath that and darkening it up a little bit. Okay. So then I'm going to go in with the highlighter that we already used. And I'm going to pop this in the inner corner. A little gold moment there. And I'm also going to, where's that brush go? I don't have it? Okay, cool. I'm going to pop this on the brow bone. And also I'm going to like kind of go like this a little bit on the lid. I don't like want it to be too shimmery, but I like the tone of this and the color of it. Oh, my mouth. Ooh. And then for the eyes, I'm going to finish it off with some mascara. This is the CoverGirl, the Super Sizer. I'm pretty, oh, is that upside down? No? Oh, well. This is in the color Very Black. And this is the waterproof version. I kind of always wear a waterproof mascara because if not, it kind of just will be everywhere on my face. Because it will just get everywhere. Here's the difference of mascara and no mascara. It's not that much of a difference, but you know. Oh, wait. Okay, so then lastly, for lips, I'm going to be taking the same Smashbox that we used on our cheeks, and I'm going to be dotting this on the outside of my lips. And kind of fading it out. So this is one of my favorite tricks for the lips. You take a darker liquid lip and you do it around the perimeters of your lips, and then you blend it out a little bit. It gives you like a little pouty moment. Hey, will you hand me that Vaseline? Thanks. Alright, and then to top off the lips, I'm just going to use some of this Vaseline cocoa butter little lip stuff. Oh, please focus. Thanks so much. And I'm going to top this off. This is like honestly one of the best gloss because this stuff literally stays on your lips for so long. Okay guys, so this is the finished summer makeup look. This is what it looks like. Okay guys, so that was it for today's video. If you like this no foundation summer makeup look, then please be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and also ring the notification bell so that you get notified every Monday and Thursday when I upload a new video. Also, I'll probably insert some little Instagram pictures that we got at the photo shoot tonight, so if you want to see the outfit with the makeup look, here is some of those pictures. Okay, so that was it for today's video. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram at JuneMusgrove to keep up with me in real time. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.